I'm going to go out there and prove people wrong. I'll keep fighting back.
Get out of the ring and stand on the step. Get on the step. Get out. Go.
This is absurd. Oh, there was Jax over the barricade.
Your winner and sole survivor, Lana!
I'm shook. I'm so shook. I'm shocked. I'm shook. I'm surprised.
You're everything.
Girl.
Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is Diaz.
And the Sriracha Muchacha, Paloma Star.
Yes, we're here for a Survivor Series review, the Big 4 pay-per-view.
I have a Survivor Series shirt. It's not a women's shirt.
Can you think of your favorite women's Survivor Series match?
No. Can you? I feel like they just started.
My favorite is the one in 2008. Beth Phoenix and Maurice. And Maurice surprised the heck out of me.
I don't remember that at all. I should go back and watch it.
But speaking of Maurice, congrats Maurice for winning the 24/7 championship on Survivor Series.
I know, that's awesome. I want her to come back. I actually like Maurice a lot.
I don't think you got the joke.
I thought she did.
Googly Gawker?
Was that not her? I'm so confused now.
Because remember when she returned as a gobbledygooker?
Oh, yeah. It was Hector Guerrero that was the gobbledygooker originally.
Congrats, Maurice, for winning the title. Let's go to our first match of the evening. It's Asuka, the WWE Raw Women's Champion, versus Sasha Banks, the Mandalorian / Smackdown Women's Champion. Sasha's gear. Amazing.
She's been slaying so many looks. Like, even when she just comes out in SmackDown, just not even regular clothes, it's so good, so extra.
So what did you think of the build-up for this match?
I don't think there was, too much build-up. I actually, I don't know, I feel like they keep on booking themselves into a corner where they have to have, champion versus champion, but I get it's Survivor Series, but then again, it's Asuka and Sasha. They have such great chemistry that I'm never going to be mad at watching a Sasha and Asuka match. It wasn't as much of build-up as I would have liked, especially with Asuka, because I feel like Asuka lately has not really had a direction, and I feel like Sasha had her own little side story with Carmella keep on beating her up and jumping her.
Carmella showing up with the same gear.
And it was red. Maybe that's why she couldn't show up to Survivor Series, because she's wearing red.
The build-up for this match definitely lacked. Asuka's presence, just in general, completely lacking. That's why I'm really curious how she's going to go after this loss. But what stood out for you in this match?
The use of so many code breakers. That was awesome. And it was kind of random how many they did, but every single one of them made sense, was placed really well. They weren't just doing it for the sake of doing it. They told a really good story of it. And then it just trips me out and blows my mind how every time they wrestle, they bring something new to the table. The thing is, it's always it's your typical Asuka and Sasha match, means that's an amazing match. It's not the same match every time. And sometimes when you get to wrestle the same person over and over again, because I've definitely been in that rut before, where you know what they do, you know what you do, it's kind of hard to come up with new spots. But they're so new, innovative. I mean, they keep you at the edge of your seat every time they wrestle. And that's really the pinnacle of what you want to do in wrestling, is keep people entertained. And whether they're being booed or cheered, it doesn't matter. Either way, you're entertained.
They had a lot of matches before. I think that's one of the reasons that a lot of people weren't too interested when this match was first announced, but they make sure that every match is so different. And this match, we had a lot of mind game, hip attacking each other, but also all the submission moves and transitions.
Yeah, so smooth, so crisp. I mean, I saw that in War Culture, they said these two have such good chemistry, they should teach it at school. And that's really the perfect way to sum that up, because it's so true. I mean, it says something when you could already have a good match with somebody, but whenever you can have a good match with somebody every time and still bring something new to the table, whether it be new submissions, new transitions. And I think what's cool about them having a submission move each is that there's so many ways you could get into it and you could get out of it. So yeah, another great Asuka and Sasha match.
I think I especially see from Sasha, she's always down to adapt.
Yeah.
Change up her style. We already knew that Asuka is she's genius with the submission moves. But Sasha here really stepped up and really adapted, learned, and it makes me respect her so much.
I was a little surprised with the clean finish. I was definitely not expecting that. I thought it was either going to be a Carmella run-in or some sort of screwy finish. Sasha kind of needs the momentum to have a clean finish, because she, her whole track record, I know it wasn't for the title, but her whole track record in defending the title is not really the best. Yeah. But also, I mean, Asuka really has no direction at all. So I feel like her taking the pen cleanly doesn't really hurt her or help her because she's really just floating in limbo, not really knowing what to do. So
Agreed. I think Sasha could definitely use this win better. Not that Asuka doesn't need this, but Asuka's already in the dark limbo anyway. Sasha just started her championship run. She's hot. She's got the Mandalorian stuff, even though WWE didn't promote it for some reason.
I know. Remember when every single other person does even like a small cameo and like a nobody knows of show? Everybody would be all over it. They'd be promoting it all the time, and she's like on the biggest show, on the biggest platform of the biggest company, and you're really not even promoting it. I think we like mentioned it once, like a while ago.
Yeah.
But I feel like you should really be pushing it and talking about it because why not? I mean, it's super mainstream. Everybody knows about it except for me because I don't know anything about Star Wars, but I know everybody else that does.
I was also really happy that Carmella interference did not happen because if that happened, it would have been so freaking obvious. Her wearing the same stuff again, same move, face buster. I guess this is like the first pinfall win that she got from Asuka in this storyline, right?
Yeah, I think so. Crazy, right?
So I think this is a good way to build her character even more, that she is winning over her demons. But now we have to talk about Asuka.
What are they doing with her?
I really thought she was going to turn heel.
Me too. I feel like she should have. She should have just kept on beating on Sasha because she was pissed because she beat her clean. So why not just like beat her up? That'd be a great heel. Like I want her to go full heel, like the whole kabuki paint, everything. Like it'll be so cool. And like her keep on speaking Japanese, but like in a mean way, as opposed to like a cute, friendly way, like quirky way. Like I don't want her to go like full blown, like go back to her wrestling barefoot type of Kana stuff.
The moment she showed up on Raw and was like, "Oh my God, Lana, you won! Maybe you should challenge me." She was like all smiley and happy, and I was like, "Oh my God, what are they doing with Asuka?" Like since Bayley Sasha feud, she hasn't been doing anything. Like Zelina Vega feud, yes, that was cool for Zelina, but she's gone. Lana feud, Mickie James feud. Like I don't know what the heck is going on. It almost seems like she's holding it warm for Charlotte.
It does kind of seem that way, doesn't it? And it sucks because this whole time, all these like, it weren't even a feud. They were just a match, quite honestly. All the three people that you mentioned, there was no feud. There was no really a big storyline. It was just like, oh, they're going to challenge you, or they want something to challenge Asuka for the title. But I feel like there was no really good story behind it. And this whole time, maybe even if she was keeping it warm for Charlotte or whatever, she could have had a great storyline, great build up with one or two other women, as opposed to like, wrestle her next, you know? So kind of, I don't know. They could have done so much more, so much better with Asuka. I mean, come on, you have like the best women wrestler in the world right in front of you, and you're not gonna really do anything with her? Come on, yo!
And it's not like Raw doesn't have strong opponents. They have Nia and Shayna, obviously, but they also have Peyton, they have Lacey Evans, Naomi, so many great opponents that they can like match up with, but they're not doing anything, and they're doing something weird with Lana.
If they really wanted to push Peyton as a singles wrestler, this should have been a great time to really do a storyline with her and Asuka. Like, why not?
It's really disappointing because her reign started so hot, battling both Bayley and Sasha and everything. It is just so disappointed. Remember all the time that Kairi disappeared? She sacrificed for what? What did she sacrifice for?
And she was there in every show, like during this whole crazy COVID pandemic time. She was definitely a staple of it. So I definitely think she deserves a good, high quality storyline to build up for something. I just hope that she does, like Charlotte just doesn't come back and all of a sudden she wins the title out of nowhere. I mean, if that's the case, at least have a good storyline.
Well, let's go to our second match, the 5-on-5 elimination women's team elimination match. On Team Raw, we had Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lana, Lacey Evans, Peyton Royce. And on SmackDown, we got Bayley, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, Bianca Belair, and The Boat, Natalya. Oh my God, Natalya was so funny in the pre-show, by the way.
I really like every time she like goes away, she like smacks somebody in the face with her ponytail.
I think she's really enjoying it.
I think so too, and you could tell she's into it. I wish they were kind of like turn it up more, like go there even further. I mean, why not? It's kind of working. She's kind of interesting now.
Let's leave all the Lana conversation to later. Let's talk about what stood out other than that whole situation. Bayley being eliminated first.
I was shooketh. Pikachu surprise face. I did not expect that at all. And I was like, oh, this is Peyton Royce's time to shine. I thought she was gonna keep on beating up people, but her reign was a little short-lived in the match. But I think that's hopefully saying something. You don't eliminate the women's champion Bayley, or the longest reigning women's champion Bayley, especially coming off of such a hot angle with Sasha right away. If you're not gonna really build something off of that. I mean, I'm not saying like obviously they can't feud because they're in different shows, but I feel like that should mean something. I hope they didn't just throw it away and not even think about it, but I hope this is the start of something good for Peyton Royce.
Yeah, as much as I was really excited to see how Bayley's going to interact with all the other people, I was fine with her being eliminated first because she was on TV for a whole year. I'm fine with it. Remember that spot when Bayley got superplexed from the top?
Oh, yeah. Nobody caught them. Like, if you really go back and look at it, legit, she just got suplexed on the floor from the top. Like, what? Like, why is everybody catching these people?
There were 8 people there.
Yeah, I know. Come on, grab a body part. I bet she was happy. She's like, good. After that bump, take me out. It's fine.
But Peyton Royce, I'm so glad she's got that purple hair. She's like giving little Poison Ivy vibe. And then she got that finisher on Bayley, which Bayley sold it like a champ.
Yeah.
She looked great. And this was probably one of the best things that happened to Peyton since splitting with Iconics, really.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Like, she definitely stood out and was really showcasing what she can do, and what she can do is actually pretty cool. I hope this wasn't just like giving her a time to shine just in this match and that's it. I hope they use this as momentum to keep her going and actually do something.
Because I have a lot of concerns about where Peyton's going with the character right now. She's almost playing what Billie Kay played in Iconics with Lacey Evans.
Yeah.
So I'm a little concerned about her. So hope this means something good. I don't know. Also, other one that I want to talk about, Natalya had some fun story coming into this match. She really didn't get to do much in this match.
No, she didn't really get too much offense. I mean, you saw her do like her typical like walking on the back spot with a drop kick and all that, but she never really did anything that like stood out or like was a big like, oh yeah, I remember when Natty did this. Honestly, the most I remember about her is her wearing blue. She never was blue, and her hair looking super cute. Like she's looking like young Natty, like was just starting off in the business Natty. But I mean, I really like her character, where they're going with it. I just hope they don't focus too much on her character and forget that she's actually a pretty good wrestler too.
So we have to talk about Nia Jax. Did you have some issue with her not selling?
Okay, so I get it, one time not selling once, but she kept on doing it over and over again. And the thing is, it makes your opponent look like crap. It makes you and your opponent look like crap. It really does. Like, and I get it. Like, I know she's like the bigger, stronger, tougher person, but every single thing, yo, come on. Back in the day, if you would do a move to somebody and they didn't sell it, you would like stiff them or potato them for sure. Obviously, they're not going to do that, but it was just like, come on, we're supposed to work here together and make each other look good. And how is that going to happen when she's literally not selling anything?
So, I am a Nia fan. I usually really like her work. I even loved all the face that she served during Lana's entrance and everything. So I do love Nia. And I also remember the days when she was feuding with Ronda or Alexa, where she was like almost overselling. Her selling for Alexa was like, I can't even believe. Like, she flipped for Alexa. Anyway, so I usually am fine with her not selling because she's a monster. But when she didn't sell, Riot Squad's finisher, the tag finisher. Come on!
Like, not even a little bit. She's just like, what? Oh, was that a breeze of wind? Like, did somebody leave the window open? There's a little breezy in here. No, nothing. It completely shits on the finisher. And whenever it's a finisher, come on. And then the times that she does sell, I mean, I didn't see her sell too much in this match, but I have noticed the times that she does sell, like you said with Alexa, it's a little like awkward. Maybe she doesn't really know how to sell. Maybe she needs to work on selling. I mean, we all have stuff we need to work on. So as she's doing great with the whole, I love her like just talking shit to Lana and like the little ad libs things that she says on the side. But it's what you do inside those 4 ropes that people are going to remember the most. So
I think Liv and Ruby looked pretty good.
Yeah, they did really look good. All I could keep on thinking of though was, what would Chelsea Green be like in this match? Because like she was supposed to be in this match, so I kept on thinking that. But the Riot Squad being there together, they look great, and I really like that they work together, had their own like little standout spots and everything. So they look great. And Ruby's cute little short haircut. super cute too, by the way. Everybody looked great. Can we just say that? Everybody looked really good in this one.
Yeah. Even though Nia didn't sell really for Riot Squad, she did sell for Bianca, I feel like.
You almost have no choice. Like, that's not even selling. That's just Bianca being hella strong.
Oh my god, Bianca was the MVP of this match.
1000% the MVP. I loved everything about her for sure. I think this was the first time that you actually really get to see what Bianca is capable of. And I think even if somebody was watching this, because it's one of the big pay-per-views and maybe they haven't really kept up to it, if they would watch this match, you would want to keep on watching Bianca. Be like, I want to know more about her. I want to know everything about her. Let me see everything, because she stood out. She is the epitome, the definition of a powerhouse. She is a star. I cannot wait to see what Bianca does, because man, that girl can go. And she definitely showcased that her strength, obviously, but also her like charisma. And I feel like a lot of times people don't associate like, oh, somebody's strong, they don't necessarily have a lot of charisma, but she really is the EST of the whole thing. And what a great gimmick, by the way. Shout out to whoever came up with that.
When she went into the ring, like the atmosphere changes, and it's her charisma. And remember all those like Raw promos that they aired, which is like super fake, but I guess it was like kind of cute. Like, I am that EST, but she doesn't even need those promos. When she enters the ring, she just shows that she's freaking EST.
For sure, 1000%. I just kind of wish that she would use her hair more. I know in NXT she would use her hair as a whip. I know it's probably a little bit heelish, but still, I think that would be really cool. I hope they introduce that to the monster scene.
I love the hair spot. I hope she's like saving for the right moment.
Yeah.
This is a personal imagination, but I always wanted to see, like down the line, I wanted to see like the reverse Vince Trish moment where Bianca is making Vince bark like a dog and like whip him with the hair.
That would be so satisfying for so many people, including myself. Oh my gosh. One can hope. Can we like order that as a customs match somewhere?
Yes. Let's book Vince for customs match. So the ending obviously was very controversial. Shayna was eliminated for DQ for not doing the rope break, and Nia and Bianca got count out.
I think the not breaking the rope break is a great finish or disqualification, especially for Shayna. Like, I don't think that's used enough, quite honestly. But I think it has to be used at the right time, and I think Shayna is definitely that person. Like, she's legit a badass. She like legit, Shayna, by the way, walks around like such a badass all the time. I feel like she's walking to the grocery store to buy toilet paper, she probably walks like that.
Every time we talk about Shayna, you're like, oh my god, she's so good. She can like take me all the time.
Oh, please take me, Shayna. I think it works for her because she does a lot of submissions. She's an MMA and everything, so it makes sense for her. The only thing that I didn't really like is that it was so back to back and so close together, having like that finish with the count out finish. Maybe if they were a little bit more separated. But hot take here, I didn't hate the finish. I did not hate the finish because we always complain that we want something different, a new finish, a new thing. And then they give us a new thing. We're like, no, wait. No, not like that. That's not what it meant when I wanted something new. It's kind of whenever like you go out to eat with your significant other, like when like Luke says, what do you want to eat, DS? And then you're like, oh, I don't know. And he suggests something. You're like, no, not that. I wasn't unnecessarily like the best or like best finish, but I get it. And I do not think that it made Bianca look bad by any means. I was like, oh, Bianca deserves better and she should have deserved to win. But quite honestly, this helped Bianca. I don't think it made her look weak by any means. Like, she was too caught up kicking ass, taking names outside of the ring. It's not like somebody made her tap out or anything, but I didn't mind the finish. It was something new. It was something different. It made sense for the whole storyline for Lana to win by her sending in the steps, because that was the storyline going in. And I think it was a good introduction to what Bianca Belair can do. And I feel like just the sky's the limit for her. And I do not think she got screwed over.
I do agree about Bianca Belair. I don't think she looked weak. It was actually definitely a better way of building face than going through table 8 times, because we actually know that Bianca could do something, but she didn't get it. So we're waiting for her to get that moment. I think that was a good way of building her. Shayna, Nia, the way they were eliminated, I thought that was creative. I thought that was fun. Yeah. The only thing that I'm so confused about is what the they're doing with Lana.
Yeah, it's not working out as a sympathetic babyface at all. If quite honestly, if it was a true white meat, blue-eyed babyface, they would not be celebrating like they just like did a 60-man Iron Man match, you know, and they just won. No, they would be like, oh man, I didn't help out my teammates or something like that. She was winning like she just like won the Olympics or something. Like, yay! And everything. It's not working out. As much as WWE wants to, I'm not seeing Lana as a sympathetic babyface whatsoever.
So I'm very confused about it because like even until the finish of this match, I was kind of feeling for Lana because I was in that situation where all my friends were like, "You suck in soccer. Just go to the corner and don't do anything." I'm like, Lana, I feel for you. Like I was kind of feeling for her, even though the whole table spot thing, like I don't know, maybe it was working on me. I don't know. Maybe she's having a spell on me. I don't know. I was like, okay, fine. She's getting bullied and she's trying to show herself. And then she won, and I'm like you, she was celebrating like she's a fool. And then the other thing that I noticed is that WWE used a booing sound effect for her.
Really?
Lana!
I can't believe it!
That's interesting, right? Because right now with the Thunderdome setup, WWE has a full control of how the crowd will react. So if they want someone to be a heel, they can just make people boo, right?
Yep, because the producers are legit saying big boos for this person, or like high energy, lots of high energy for this person, like boo, like the legit. It's kind of like the applause sign that comes off whenever there's a live studio audience. But not only that, but they pipe in noise because even if you are in the Thunderdome as a virtual fan, they can't hear you.
Yeah.
Like all they could do is like see you and see your movements and stuff, but no, there's no sound coming through of that. So that's a very interesting note. Good catch.
Because they also used booing sound on Raw when she was doing the interview and when she first did her entrance. So I was like, okay, maybe they're booking her as like annoying heel who thinks she's face, which is a fine direction, I feel like. But then on Raw, she did the whole classic babyface thing by standing up to a bully Nia Jax. So I'm just like, I'm very confused about what they're doing with her character.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's not very clear cut. Maybe if it was a little bit more clear cut of like what direction they were going with, I could maybe get behind it a little bit more. But I don't know. I just sometimes feel like they don't even know where they're going with her character, quite honestly. If they do, they're not doing a really good job of showing that they do know where they're going with her character. Like sometimes I'm like, so am I supposed to like her? Am I not supposed to like her? Like
because also Lana, we know that she is a very charismatic character. She can cut a promo, she can show face. She's an actress featured on multiple films. So I know that she can act. I don't doubt her acting ability. Maybe it's just the way that she's presented. Creative's direction for her is confusing for her too, where we don't know what the hell is going on. So we don't know if we should feel for her or not.
Totally. I mean, and Lana's just doing what she's told. Like it's not no shade to her by any means. She's just doing what is on her script and what she's supposed to do. And I'm sure she's probably like, okay, sure, I'll do this. But also I feel like with Lana, like her strong suit, quite honestly, is being a manager, is like cutting promos, and like she was so good when she was managing Rusev and had her fake Russian accent. Like that was I think her strong suit. And I'm not saying like she's improved a little bit in the ring, but I don't know, maybe they're trying to get that wrestler out of her that's not necessarily naturally there. So
if they're building like a gray, more complex character, sure, like I would be down for the roller coaster. Now, that's cool that you're building a complex character. Great. But right now, it just seems there is just no direction. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I agree. I really hope, though, that this ends up being like a great character story arc for Lana, because quite honestly, I think she kind of needs it to kind of like really catapult her to be her own. Because I think for a little bit, she was always attached to somebody or with somebody. So I think now she's finally her being herself. So I hope they just set her up for success as opposed to setting her up for failure. And right now, it just feels like they don't know what's going on.
So right now, I'm like, girl, You know I'm a Diva stan, so I wore my Diva stan t-shirt, so I want to give her a benefit of the doubt. I love when she used that women's special slap.
I'm looking Lana.
I feel like that's a have to.
So that was Survivor Series. I thought, surprisingly for how anticlimactic all the build was, I think the matches were interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too. Especially the women's Survivor Series match. I didn't think it was gonna be that much like cool swerve, different endings. I wasn't expecting that at all. I was expecting Lana to win like that, but them putting that in there gave us not only something more to talk about, but I think it gave everybody it gave Peyton Royce a time to shine. It gave Bianca Belair a time to shine. I wasn't expecting much, quite honestly, because I wasn't even really too into the build up of the pay-per-view. But after watching the pay-per-view, I left pretty satisfied.
Same with me. I think the weekly shows have been, let's be honest, they've been trash. I've been barely watching them. It's just really unbearable, to be honest. But pay-per-views has been really delivering, so at least I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, I agree for sure. And then also, people, don't be mad that Bianca didn't win. This is just the start for her. She's gonna just strap the rocket on her and shoot her to the moon because damn, that girl can go. So don't be mad that she didn't win. This, I think, because quite honestly, if she would have won, then what? Then what happens? So y'all don't be mad.
Thank you so much for tuning in for Survivor Series review. If you stand divas like me, go check out our Teespring. We have a lot of t-shirts. Also, one thing that I want to announce is we are looking to have our annual end of the year Women's Wrestling Awards. Probably we'll announce categories next week after Thanksgiving.
Ooh, exciting.
Also, I know that everyone's asking about Layla. I'm literally trying to pin her down. So it's coming. It's coming. Let's just pray for 2021 to be better. That's some updates about it. But everyone, happy Thanksgiving and have a great time. Be safe. Don't get COVID. It was a terrible experience. And Paloma, where can we find you online?
You can find me at Paloma Star on Instagram and Twitter. Follow my YouTube, Paloma Star, because I just uploaded a whole bunch of promos. And I just did a really cool interview in Spanish for LMD Radio. I put that link in my bio on Instagram. So definitely go check it out for all those Spanish speakers out there. Ahí nos vemos.
Yes, and you can find me at DS Shin and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter, and I'll be going to Korea in December, so if you want to see my Korean trip, you can check my Instagram, okay? Alright, I'll talk to you soon, bye!